It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cardinals and the Pats, and it comes your way next.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. Set to return it, here's Moore. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Murray now. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 31, Murray. And the reception made by Green. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green, 31 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. That time, a 6-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And not much to speak of. Called a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Jones. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for New England.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there at holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
There's the stiff arm. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 24, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 7 yards the pickup there. Three yards remain for 2nd down. Murray now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Murray to air it out again. On the right side, caught by Green. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds Aguilar over the middle.
Good job, good job. Too easy, too easy.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a pass dropped off here for James White, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Completes it to Aguilar. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit, because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the turnover, here's Murray. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Finding Green complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Murray. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Murray now on first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from, so field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air, maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Arizona. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Taylor now to return it. And he returns this to the 22. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On second down, this is Harris. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Murray, and his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. From the gun on third down, Murray. To Connor on the check down. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down.
And I believe that gain on third and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, we got a seal.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Man open left side, it's Williams. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now, meanwhile, here Here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Murray going to throw. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Prater's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things because it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start the drive with White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. On 2nd and 9, Jones, and caught by Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
New England on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Jordan Phillips. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Jones. Now he's going to go up top over the middle.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 13.
He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Murray now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
New England trying to get to place on offense. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit and time fading.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw. And they're under 200 yards passing for the game. So they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Out right to Bourne. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jordan Phillips, his second sack of the night. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to go down again. It's the man traded by the Patriots, Chandler Jones. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, 45 yards. And the Patriots are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And give him credit, he deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on fourth down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. An option handoff given to Connor. A first down for Connor and then some. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, 44 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage, and in the end, that became a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. New England's offense set to go.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Jones on first down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Isaiah Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jones. He's going to let it fly.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a fourth down.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she